Joolse here from Joolsedesigns and JT Creations. So a little bit more on the Summer Rose journal. So what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to put some pockets in. So this is the pages I've got so far. Some of them are a little bit smaller because when I printed the pages out they had like a white border. I've just trimmed them off. I've got a little bit of vellum here. I don't know whether you can see that, but it's got like it's embossed, but I quite like it. So I'm not quite sure what I'll do with that yet. These are the pages from the digital kit. And these have got, some of them have got like a graph paper. I don't know whether you can see that. Yeah, a graph paper behind. That's a poppy vellum that I got. I know it's not roses, but I like the colour of it. I think it was a Dawn Bibby QVC sheet. I've got quite a few of the flowery vellums, and I got them about 15 years ago, and that's me just starting to use them now. Aligned paper, more graph paper, plain paper so you can put things on it. This was the one that we put the washi masking tape on. Coffee dyed paper, and that's it. So what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to put when I did, I think it was my spring journal, I put some pockets, just side page pockets on the, sorry, I've got some hairs on there, just some side page pockets on the coffee dyed paper. So this isn't coffee dyed, this is dandelion and saffron. So what I want to do is I want to, just going to trim some of these off. Hi, I'm back. So what I've done is I have, I just used the TCW clear matte translucent gesso. So all it does is it just puts a coating on here and just protects the surface from anything that I put on now. So what I will do is I will stick these down. Fine. You can see that my paint's not the greatest. Just going to wet and I haven't cleaned it off. I should. Might have some. And I'm just using a size 5 brush. Maybe I should go for a thinner one. That's a 2, that's a flathead. That's a 0, so we'll go for this one. I'm going to go for a bit of paint with yellow in it. And as I say, I just want some kind of vine. Well, a vine look. just put a little bit of green in that, just not bothered if it looks a little bit different. And whoops, should have known better. And then all you're doing is you're just painting a teardrop or whatever you can paint. It doesn't have to be, mine are not perfect. This is going in the Summer Rose journal, so obviously it's going to have some pinks and yellows and what have you. See, they're not perfect. You don't have to be the perfect. I can draw. I have got a degree in art, but everybody's art's different. I don't believe that there's any bad art. It's what makes you, what you like to do, what makes you feel good. Not over keen on art critics. Because what they like and what somebody else likes is two different things. It's like the old saying, one man's rubbish is another man's treasures. So, and I'm glad we're all different. And I am going to just dab these down. Right, for a rose, these won't be perfect roses, but they will look, and all it is just half circles. So you just do a half and a half. Not looking for perfection, it's a junk journal. And I'm just using the very tip of the brush. try a little bit paler. I'm just adding a bit on, I'm not because sometimes you can just go that little bit too much and just spoil it. But see, if you don't like what you've got, just paint it over, stick a bit of paper on it, cover it. You haven't wasted anything, and at the end of the day it's only a bit of paper and some paint, so it's not like you've lost the crown jewels, although you might feel like it's the crown jewels because it is your hard work. Now I'm just going in for a bit of dark green because I'm just going to give the leaves a bit of definition. Start with this one, and it's just the very end hairs on the brush I'm using. Good brushes for this are the, you know, the nail art brushes. I've got a set of those. And I don't really do nail art. If I do it, it's usually on myself. Wasn't something I wanted to get into, but I just liked it. So I need to maybe bring my nail art brushes. And start painting with them when I'm doing tiny I'm just giving the leaves just that little bit of definition. I'm not quite sure what you can see from the, whether you can see as much detail as I can. But I will try, when I'm editing, I will try and bring the screen in. I'm just going up the stalk a little bit, just to give it a little bit of detail, a bit of dark. And if you look at nature, nothing's all the same green, and it's not a flat green. Plants and things have flaws just like we do. And really, if you looked at it, you would have leaves coming up here, you would have flowers over the stalk, but I think sometimes that can just be, for me, a little too much. If I was pen drawing, I would do that. And there we are. And if you look at the, you know, the colours that I've used are not far off, not exact. There's probably some slightly darker ones, and it does go with that, but it definitely goes with this. And I just quite like to do my own decorating. It's just I enjoy playing about with paints. That's dried. So, and what I will do is I'll stitch that. If I can remember, I'm wanting to do some red and pink thread in in the machine, so if I remember I will do that. So we've got that page. I also come across some of this. That's mulberry paper. I've had that for a while, but I come across these. I was looking for some card and I thought, you know, they'll make a beautiful pocket somewhere in this journal. So I'm just looking for a page. I don't think it would be any good over like a page like that, but opposite it would make such a beautiful pocket. So I'm just looking. I like that. I think that's too red. I like the sort of like the crimsony deep red, and I prefer it on the coffee dyed paper as well. That's yellow, so that's no good. So I think it is going to be I think it's going to be on that one. Now, I've used this in card making because this is where it came from. I used to use it behind toppers and things like that. And I will stitch it in, but I think I want to go for like a slant, but not too much of a slant. But I do like that, and I think with a, you know, a little word on it. Looking for a tag. Right, I've got a large tag here. See it? Anything sharp like the edges of the paper it's catching, but yeah, and then when it's stitched round, that will look quite nice. And I might put some lace that's all right. I'm just checking at what's the ribbon bits stuck down. That's fine. So that's that one. So we've got that page. I love decorating these. Now I have got this time. So I think just let me. A label or a word to go in. So these are the ephemera books I made out of a breast cancer leaflet. And now I'm going to put this here, because if I put it there and I put a tag, because there's like a pocket there, there's a pocket behind, there's a pocket there, and there's a pocket behind. So if I put it on there, it's going to go, it's going to hide. Right, I like this one. I'm going to cut it down. And I'm going to split it up. Life was meant for great adventure. And then I'm just inking it with vintage photo. It's probably got a lot of different things on here. I mean, look, it does need replacing. But while it's still inking card, I will carry on using it. Right, so I want this. Yeah, sorry if I keep going off camera. It's my seats on wheels. And I have to stay sat down because I've got a problem with my foot. And it's because I stand up all the time. And I think that comes from being, you know, a hairdresser originally. You stand for hours in the shop. Not the glamorous of jobs. And then even when I was management in Sky and the bank, I was on my feet quite a lot of the time, more so in Sky. Plus I walk. I try and do 10,000 steps a day, but I've had to just slow down a little bit. It's plantar fasciitis I've got, so that my heel on my left foot hurts when I walk. When I first get up in the morning, it's really sore, and then once I start walking, it's fine. But sometimes at night, it like feels like somebody's putting a hot iron on the sole of my foot. And so we've got that one, we've got this one, and now we're doing this one, and this one I think we'll do the shine like the stars. And again, I'm going to cut this one down as well. This was just a set of stamps I got, and I just kept them all on the sheet, and I just stamped the whole sheet rather than just do individual ones, because then what I do is if I do the whole sheet, then I just sit and cut them up, put them in my little book, and then just pick them out as I want them. So do I want that there, or do I want it here? I think we'll have it here because the stitching will go around there. And oops, I've got some little circles that I cut out. I was doing some watercolouring. It didn't quite work out, so I just used it. Just as little circles, just to decorate ephemera. So I'll put this right. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. The video cut off. I heard it So what we've done is we've got this pocket in, which has a pocket behind, it has a pocket there, it has a pocket there, that pocket, we've got pockets here now, and I like to do nice envelopes where the flaps come over. And we have this, which is a nice pocket, and we've put labels on them. So we've got Shine Like the Stars, Life is Meant for Great Adventure, and Creativity Takes Courage. So we will come back, I'll see you in the next video, we will come back and we will do another couple of pages, and we'll just keep going like that until the journal is finished, and then we'll create the cover. Right, thank you, bye for now.